Okay, I'm probably not giving this enough time to dry, but I wanted to get started here after that terribly failed experiment. And I didn't put labels on these yet because I just mixed these the other day. This is a turkey set, and I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's my favorite one. So we're going to, and I sort of separated like the pumpkins and the turkeys from the leaves because I thought somebody might like that the way that I did. Uh-oh, did I mess that up? It's mostly dry, I guess. And I did something really dumb. I took all of my mixes that I had mixed, except for this one, and so I think one side is longer than the other. It is. So I'm thinking, but then that will be, I don't know, it's going to be really short. And then somehow I accidentally put this one in my drawer, I guess. So I'm actually shocked because it was like the next day or a day later that I sealed it. Seems like it's okay, but yeah, I was mad at myself. Where are my, because I was like, crap, it's probably dried out now. And then the orange is ominous orange. And I think it's probably one of the best oranges they've ever done. Now, don't come at me if your favorite one is that orange that came out at Halloween. I think that's a fantastic orange, but it does have a little bit of purple in it. So it's not like just orange. It has some like purple glitter. Isn't that pretty? Now, I sealed all the other mixes like right after I mixed it, but this one managed to make it into my drawer. And when I was going to do mixes the next day or 2 days later, I found this in my drawer and I was like, yeah. I had some colorful word choices, let's put it that way. But they seemed fine. I think they're still a little bit drier than they would have been. But, you know, for being open like that, like it was in this package, but it was, you know, those are a little sticky at the edges. I thought about putting in like another gold underneath of this, but I just didn't do it. But I probably will put Clear's Day over these two fingers because I feel like this is just so thin. And then I have some Thanks a Million top coat that Stacy did that I think I'm going to put over the top of this. So if I do this right here, I feel like I'm not getting any of the leaves. I guess that's, yeah. I think I'll switch it. They won't mirror, but I mean, I don't really hold my hands out to people like this, so. And I think, even though the orange matches the leaves perfectly, I think putting some of that Thanks a Million over the top will help. Maybe I wouldn't need Clear's Day then, because those are very thick, the glitter dips. See, you can stretch and manipulate this. And you can like smooth the wrinkles out. I don't know what they were thinking with those chrome sets. They look not awesome. If I had tried Color Street the first time and it had looked like those chrome sets did, I would have never bought more. And that would have been sad. So they should have never sold them to customers. They weren't ready. And I know they have 2 new ones, and I did order. Seriously? Come off. I did order one of the red chromes that I'm thinking I might mix in with something, but I haven't decided yet. And I probably won't just open it and try it on. So this annoys me right here. See how there's like a little divot now? I think it looks so bad when that happens. And I just took my polish off and then put new polish on because I just do that. But that's why my cuticles and my skin is so dry. And I didn't do my oil soak like I try to usually do between that. So if I can, and I have what seems to be extra, I try to push it like under my cuticle. But it's not going to work over here because there's nothing there to push it under. Unfortunately. And now look what I did. There's a huge divot like I tried to get out. I don't love that it doesn't ever seem to cover that part of my nail, the sides. looks okay, I think. I don't think you can really tell that I edged that a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna do this first. My warming mat is on too, by the way. My window's open. It's cold outside, but I didn't want I'm just making another thing for these pinkies. I guess I don't need to do that right now. Okay. I think this is such a pretty color, but see how well it matches? Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. I managed to break this nail. I think, no, this one. Like right here. Like it got caught on something and it like broke like that a little bit. So I did take it off. Oh, I hope this looks just as good on my nail as it does on the white. It looks like it has little metal specks or something in the orange to me. So now it's stuck to me because everything's so dry. So I'm not sure if that looks the same or not. What do you guys think? I feel like it looks paler. I feel like this is more rich. Now I wish I would have doubled it, but I don't have enough, I don't think, to do that. Because I would have to fold the thumb in half. And I would have to stretch the ever-living crap out of that. Well, maybe I would have enough. See? Let's see if I can stretch this enough to put it on here. I don't think I can. I think that's too much. Plus, I don't have enough to put that one on doubled, so... Oh well. And I don't want to open another one just for that. But I'm kind of sad because I don't love it as much as I thought I would. I should have put white underneath of it. See? So it's not like see-through per se, but you can see like the You can see although I don't really like it when they put a white backing, so I guess I shouldn't complain about that. Anyway, we kept our lights on quite a bit later than we normally do. We had a ton of teenagers come through between like 8:30 and 10. Like 4 groups of them, I think. I thought that's pretty cool. But I mean, like, what teenagers doesn't want free candy, right? And then I saw a post about, like, giving food out. So I gave, like, mac and cheese, like, little single-serve mac and cheese. And some of the kids took that. My husband was like, you should put an onion in there. And I'm like, why? He's like, because you know that somebody's going to take that because that would be, like, the coolest thing ever to, like, get an onion going trick-or-treating. It's all anybody would ever talk about. And I'm like, okay, but what are they going to do with the onion? Are they going to cook it? I don't know if I love that color on my skin tone. I don't know. See, I feel like it's different. Oh well. I might only wear it for a day. We'll see what happens. I think I like this color better. And that would have matched too. Maybe if I hate it, I'll just put that one on top. That one is, this isn't the right package, but it has some really bad melty spots. So there's a couple strips I wouldn't want to mix with it because it's really, really melted. I think that one honestly just has a tendency to melt like that. But I do really like that set. I've had it before. I've worn it before, and it would still look good with this. This is supposed to be a Halloween orange too. I think doubled it's probably really pretty, but I'm not sure that I like it the way that it kind of changes color. So I would just like to point out that I don't have any wrinkles with this one. So it is 8:15. I'm already ready for sleep. Although we like that daylight savings thing, so maybe it's 9:15. I always have a hard time wrapping my brain around. It's like fall back. Okay, so if we fell back, that means it's really an hour later than it feels like it is, right? Or than it is on the clock. I think. I don't know. It's stupid. The whole thing is dumb. Like, I mean, yes, I would love to have more daylight, and that's great, but like, you know what I would love more? To not have to deal with turning the clocks back and forth. And did you know that more people have heart attacks and car wrecks and strokes when we move the clocks than any other time of year? I would think that that would be enough to convince people to leave them alone. Like, I don't care if you do it like daylight savings all the time, which kind of makes sense because there's only 4 months where it's not, from November to March. But like, I don't care. I just would like people to have it one way or the other. Just keep it one or the other. I don't care which one you pick, just as long as I don't have to do it anymore. Whoops. It's gonna stick. So I read about this black lady that died of cancer. I guess she had like ovarian cancer or something like that. What is going on? And apparently her cells did what no other cell had done. And like, it didn't die in the petri dish, it actually multiplied. And so researchers have been using her cells for years and years and years. And her family has lived in poverty this whole time. But because she was black, this was done back in like, I can't remember what they said, the 19th century or 1920 or something like that, before they had, women had rights, but definitely before, black people were treated as equals. And so her children like didn't even have health insurance, and pharmaceutical companies were developing things like the polio vaccine or some other vaccine. I can't remember. It was one of the big ones, using her blood cells for research. And they never gave her any credit or any... And she died, like, before most of this happened. She died from some kind of cancer, ovarian cancer or something like that. And yeah, so in 2021, apparently her family was working on a settlement. So like, this is like her grandchildren basically are working on a settlement with one of the pharmaceutical companies that have come up with, whatever, and they made all this money and they bought and sold her cells in the medical industry for all this time. And almost every research uses her cells, and they've been multiplied and, bred or whatever. But because they were poor and black, and she was a woman, it's taken like 70 years or 100 years or something to make them make it right, which it's like this is why we have laws about equality, right? This is why. But I thought that was really interesting because I didn't know any of that stuff. And I can't remember what her name was. Henrietta something. Started with an L, and it was like a really short, it was like a really short name, like 4 letters or 5 letters. Obviously that's not naughty or ice, and I probably should have turned it over, but oh well. Okay, if you guys want to stick around, I can show you the glitter top coat that I'm going to put on. I like that didn't. There's like more goop there or something. Sorry if you feel like you're being poked in the eyeball with this. That's not my intention. Okay. I wasn't going to put it on here, but maybe I should. Maybe it'll help with the issue. So I had, oh, this one looks different. Oh no, Stacy, did you add silver? Kind of looks like she did. This is the original one. I don't feel like they look the same. I wonder if she changed something. This one's just stunning. But it's very, very thick. Because I've had it for a while. I don't see she has a ball in there, but you see that it's not like, it's not moving around. Right there. It's like, see how slowly it's moving? I think I'm going to put some thinner in it. This is one from this year. Oh, maybe it's not silver, maybe it's gold, but it's like super light gold. It just looks different, but maybe that's because I've had this one for so long. I don't know. Yeah, I think I need to add some thinner to it. Maybe. Because I don't think I'm getting... I've noticed this also shrinks my... Okay, I wanted some of that up there. And my screen just went to sleep. Like I'm not using it for anything. was thinking about putting actual Thanks a Million on, but I think it would have been kind of a tragic waste because I didn't have a partial of just those fingers, I don't think. That's not where I wanted that. I think that's helping. I don't know. I'm afraid I'm going to put too much and I'm going to have... You're not going to be able to see the leaves. I'm not sure if Stacy writes it down what she does or not when she makes these polishes. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I'm just trying to get some of the bigger ones up there where there's not really anything. Like that. So like I think that helps. But I almost feel like you can't see the leaves. And of course I'm painting like my entire finger instead of just my nail. I think that looks better. I feel like hollow makes everything look better though, so, right? I think this is my favorite top coat that I've gotten from Stacy. And I assume that if you're watching my channel, you probably are already subscribed to Stacy's channel. But if you're not and you would like me to share her channel with you, I can in the, oh yeah, look at that. Second coat's the charm. But it does shrink, and I have to be very careful with what I do because while it dries fast, it's only like a crust. It's not like fully dry for a while, right? So, and I really shouldn't have this right here because my heating mat is on. It kind of dries a little bit matte. I don't know why I have little pieces of tissue or something on me. So this is Etsy gel setter, and I think it was like $8 or something on Amazon. I just got that all over my finger. I don't love how short my nails are right now, but it makes it easier to wear mixes without having to. So I've put this on and gone to bed before, and I don't know what I'm doing. I must be like doing that, but I'll wake up and there's like a gouge. So it would really behoove me to wait like, you know, a couple of hours. That was a lot. Normally I would put clear as day on, but because I'm putting so many layers of this, maybe not over the orange, but over the middle two fingers. But because I'm putting so many layers on, this orange does kind of make me think of Halloween now. See how much I got on my cuticles? Whoopsie. And I feel like I do kind of have to be a little bit careful when I put on so much like top coat, because sometimes I feel like it pulls my nail polish like off of my nail. When I put this many layers on, it reminds me of when I used to wear acrylic because it's just so thick. Ow. So I'm mostly just trying to separate my cuticle from my polish, but I'm also kind of pushing down because the stuff that I got on my skin, that will wash off within like a day or so. feel like I didn't get that very even. And I wanted to do that before I filed because it will make it shrink. So I think I need one more coat of this on this one finger, actually. Right here. This was really thick. My mother-in-law told me, she was like, hey, do you have some Color Street you don't care about? Like, if she knew the amount of Color Street I had, she'd be involved. But she doesn't wear polish. Anyway, so she had broken 2 of her nails. She was like, I really want something on there to just keep it. Because it was like to the quick. And she's like, it hurts really bad. I was like, yeah, I'll put that on there for you. No problem. So then I used this. And then I put this over the top of all of her other nails to give her a little bit of extra strength. And then on the ones she broke, I just did... Can you guys still see the leaves? I feel like the glitter almost obscures them, which makes me a little sad. Isn't that stunning though? Okay, I'll talk to you later.